You're listening to Shock Radio. It is me, Ben Ogden, and today I'm joined by Ontario's finest, Cleopatrick, who are here all the way from Canada. We've got Luke Gruntz, frontman, and Ian Fraser on drums. Luke, you're looking very worried and frozen. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm really good.
Same, very good.
Good stuff. So we're here in wake of your most recent album, Fake Moon, which came out about a week ago on a blood moon, intentional plan, I think, from you. Yeah. But I thought for a minute we'd take a little step back for people at home who might not know who Cleopatrick are. Where did they start?
We started in our little hometown of Cobourg, Ontario. We were just two young guys that finished high school, and we loved music, and all our friends were going off to university and college, and they had plans and goals, and our goal was like we wanted to do music. We wanted to play shows and write songs. And we very naively and excitedly took a chance on that and started the band and went, tried to book shows and recorded songs and did the thing. And then all of a sudden something happened, and then I just woke up here in Manchester.
It's been a bit of a blur then, the journey, would you say?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So one thing I've noticed through listening throughout your discography and sort of following along the way as you've been releasing things, you've always managed to keep things pretty fresh. You've always innovated. You've always kept things on the new. So how is it you go about that? How do you approach an album or approach a new song when you're going for it?
Yeah, I think I really try and drill down into what feels exciting and what direction I'm being pulled in. I don't try and go in with a set idea of what something should be. I let that kind of be exposed to me by something more divine, which can be kind of tough because when you're not getting that message from the universe, you feel like a total bum. But when it does come, and it always does come, that's when the magic happens. You can make something that really feels like it's from you and of you.
Yeah. So like you said earlier, from a town called Cobourg, which is in the middle of nowhere, but since then you've moved into the city of Toronto. So how's it been kind of moving into the city? How's it affected you as a band?
Yeah, I mean, cities are interesting places. I would be lying if I said I felt the most comfortable in the city, but it's where things are at right now. And it's interesting because it's there's so much going on and a lot of art in all sorts of different mediums that exists. And I think as artists and musicians I feel like it's an important thing to at least experience in your life. So for me, that's kind of been my thing with.
Yeah. And would you say that at any point that sort of influenced the decisions on the most recent album you've made?
I would say yeah. Just because we didn't spend as much time jamming ideas as we did producing ideas on laptops and kind of passing stuff around.
Yeah,
so a lot less basements.
Yeah. There was almost no basements.
Yeah, different limitations led to new exploration, I guess.
Yeah, so I suppose we're getting a bit more reflective and deep with this question, but a lot of your songs are quite nostalgic, quite reflective. You've got 2008, and especially you've got a recent sort of trend on your Instagram with the song I Love You and stuff like that. How would you say that growing up in a digital age has affected your sort of willingness to be more reflective and more nostalgic on things?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think that now it's when you make a memory, even just this tour that we're doing, I was just looking at some of the photos I've taken already, and it's you kind of just grab a moment really quick and you got it there, and then you almost stop thinking about it because you saved it somewhere. And then when I think back to being a kid before I had stuff like that, it's all a bit more mystical. And I'm sure that's the case for anybody who was once a kid and is now an adult, regardless of the media they've interacted with. But for there's part of me that thinks that not having that easy capture or that time capsule of social media or whatever as a kid, as a young man, has made those memories feel so much more special, and then also more out of reach in some ways. The memories I have from us hanging out with our old friends back in the day that we weren't taking videos of, or that aren't in my Snapchat memories or something. I almost I lust for them more. It's a kind of funny paradoxical feeling, but
Yeah, so something I've not really thought about is you both having Snapchat accounts.
Yeah, I guess that's like not even common. Dude, we Snapchat, dude. I used to Snapchat a lot.
Well, so I was thinking a little bit about your previous projects, and like you said, you've been on record as to say when you wrote this, you didn't want to write Bummer 2. So how is it now coming out of this most recent project when you perform older songs? How do you feel about them? Do you still feel positive about them? Do they still hold those memories? Or
I was wondering actually how it would feel to like do them right side by side, because we obviously rehearsed them that way, and we were rehearsing with our friends that we're touring with, and they felt like kind of one way, which is like more so like just color differences. But then playing them live has felt like so connected, and like it's this really fun ebb and flow of the set where like we get to do these things that are like really high energy, and they are more like overtly nostalgic, and then there's the new stuff that becomes a little bit more abstract and ambiguous, and like the sounds change. It's a really fun like two extremes to go to. Yeah, and I just think it's like working really well.
yeah, I mean, clearly high energy is happening in the room next door as well.
Yeah, that's projector.
So distracting.
Definitely, yeah. But like you sort of mentioned there, you've had a couple of extra people come on, and I wasn't aware of this. They are members from Zig Mentality, who people at home may know if they're listening. But I was thinking, like, I saw you in Sheffield a couple of years ago, and you played 505. You did a cover of the Arctic Monkeys 505 with Ready the Prince,
Yeah.
and that was super cool. But how does it feel playing some of your original songs, your own songs, with more than just you two?
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's like it's hard to really like. It's been a kind of it's still a new thing, really. So it's I think it's like the most exciting it could be, and I don't know. It's just these guys are like some of the most special creative minds we get to like spend time with too, and it's it's just like it's almost freeing in a way, I guess, would be a good anchor point for me. The full band thing, it's like it's just so fun, and it's a lot less on Luke's plate. It's like sort of less on my plate in a way, like not really physically, but like I don't know. It just feels like
It's spread out.
there's more. Yeah, there's just more to be. There's more energy to transfer, and it's a really cool thing, and it's only really the beginning, you know.
Yeah. What have been your favourite songs so far to play from your new album?
Definitely Hammer for me. It's
Yeah.
like it's sick live. It's so sick.
To play, honestly, it's probably Love You. It's just that's such a heavy, like impactful song, and the way we play it live too is like just it's like a bit more sonically heavy, and we're all just like so locked in together. It's a really gratifying, like beautiful moment in the set. I love it.
That's beautiful. I mean, the one thing that I've noticed about the Cleopatrick is the community behind it, the fans, they're all very tight-knit, they're all very close. I remember going to 2000 Trees a couple of years ago. One guy had a Cleopatrick t-shirt on, and I think I went up to him and said, "Oh, cool t-shirt," and then watched as 3 other people went up to him and said, "Oh, that's a cool t-shirt, that's a cool t-shirt." So I think everyone's got a real tight-knit community. So I think with you being an independent band and you're part of your own like recording label, how do you think that helps maintain that community and those relations that you have with them?
Yeah, I mean, part of it feels so accidental. Like I don't really know how we've wandered into this thing, because like the people really make it what it is. But I guess maybe I could like hypothesize that because we're independent, because things come from like, you know, like something that gets said online by the band, it's like we typed it. There's probably some of that that's like felt on the other end, and then makes people want to be more a part of it. Like it doesn't have this sort of like corporate sheen that some bands can have just because of the way that like the label structure works or whatever. But I don't know, or maybe it's like way more complicated than that. I just know that we're lucky, and it's like it's so cool to see like the ideas take on this other life once they get in the hands of the fans. Like people really make these songs and these like whatever, whether it's a video or a tour, like they turn it into what it ends up being. It's so cool. It's so cool.
I mean, you say you've been lucky with where you have, but it's not like you haven't done the circuits around your hometowns, around Toronto and stuff. And there's one thing I want to like ask is like you're at a level now, I think, where the room's slowly getting bigger. There's more people coming in. So how has it felt as a band going from those intimate gigs where you can kind of make out everybody's faces to now where there's probably more faces than you can even see in the room?
I think it's actually scaling pretty well with my like personal maturity and need for like kind of like space to like get ready for the show and stuff like that. I think that before, like I could have played anywhere when I was younger, and I'm not old now, but I just feel like now it's nicer. Like when you play a bigger venue, you get a little bit more space. Things sound a little bit better on the stage. You can go deeper into like the actual performance part of it and like the real establishing the connection. So yeah, it feels like it's scaling. Like as there's more people there, we're given the like tools we need to actually connect with that many more people. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
So in that vein, I suppose, what is the biggest sort of, I guess, like we've made it moment that you've had over your 10 years almost of Cleopatrick?
That's a good
Hard to
question.
say. Yeah.
Well, I know this London show that we're going to do at the end of this tour is going to be really sick. It's the biggest show we've done.
Wow.
And it's sold out so quick. And it'll be on this record that we're so proud of. Like, we really swung big on this record. And I think that'll be like a really special moment. And we got the Zig guys with us. We've always had this really great connection with London. Yeah, maybe that moment is to come. Maybe
That's exciting. Cleopatrick
Saturday.
is becoming massive.
Yeah, that's the moment that, it'll be too big to do interviews.
Yeah, maybe.
No, I'm just kidding.
So you two, obviously, like you said before, long-term friends. You've known each other as since you were young. But how is it playing together? I mean, surely the chemistry must be there. When you play together, is it almost like you can read each other's minds? You know the cues to call for and hear for.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like kind of second nature, I guess, at this point. It's not really even just you asking the question. It's hard to like even think about it because it's it's quite natural and it's awesome. Like it's kind of crazy that we can still connect on this thing after so long. It's like it's pretty amazing. So
Last night, it just made me think of this. Last night, people were chanting for Sanjake, and like we haven't played that song in so long.
Yeah,
really?
Like just because we haven't been playing a lot of shows, and we don't really go and jam our own songs very often. It's always like new stuff. So yeah, people were chanting for it, and we were gonna play "Scaring Me," and I was like, it's kind of like awkward to play "Scaring Me" when everyone wants this super high energy song right now. And then I just kind of looked at Ian and I was like, we can do this, and you were just like, yeah, okay. And then we just did it, and it was great. We played it so well, and we have not touched that song in so long. So stuff like that, it's like, yeah, okay, we've really established this like connection.
Yeah, how's that sort of affected your like album making then? Has that made that you both sort of know the rough direction you want to go in, or is it a bit of a free for all and you all just collate ideas?
I think that like we kind of know the rough direction, but yeah, the real magic of the connection lies in like as an idea is coming and like things are like the sparks are kind of flying, we naturally like the same kind of connections are made in our brain through taste or whatever, and we start like picking out like, oh, then this should happen, or like then it goes to this part, or like it just comes like it comes from some other place.
Yeah. So what was your pre-show ritual? Do you have a pre-show ritual or post-show ritual, or
no,
just sort of wing it? Do you not even have a playlist you stick on?
No, not really. We just kind of it's totally different every single time we've ever played a show, honestly.
Yeah, and we always mean to bring a Bluetooth speaker, but we've just we just forget.
I could have brought one along.
Not to give you a lame answer, but yeah. Recently, we're just like goofing around a lot, so maybe that's it. Just goofing around, just getting ready.
Is there not really anything you do just the minute before you go on stage, give each other a bit of a look, or?
Dap each other up.
Yeah, dap, miss it, maybe.
It's how you know it's gonna be a good show or not? Is if how well the dap
No, it
goes?
doesn't even touch that.
Yeah,
It
doesn't matter at all.
Okay, so I've got a last question to you. I thought it'd be a bit of a fun little one. Is if there were 3 sort of artists, albums, even songs that you could send back to your 2015 selves, just as Cleopatrick was starting, what 3 artists or whatever would you pick?
Of like anything, any
genre.
Cool. 2016?
2016, 15, whenever Cleopatrick started.
Oh, okay, cool.
Google said 2015.
Yeah, sweet. God's Plan by Drake. Feel No Ways by Drake. That could have even been out by then.
It came out in 2016.
And Galchester by Drake.
There you go. That's good.
Is this you taking Drake or Kendrick sort of sides here, or are we not going to get into that one?
Yeah, it is actually.
You're from Toronto. I respect you defending your own.
Yeah, and even if I wasn't, because I got a brain.
Okay. Well, that is all we've got time for today. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for joining me as well. It's been actually really fun. I was very nervous about this. But yeah, I've been Ben Ogden. This has been the wonderful Cleopatrick.
It's all right, man. I didn't realize I was taking all three songs.
No, it's okay.
Cheers.